Love is an important part of life, but it doesn't always last forever. When you feel that love in a relationship is fading, the feelings of loss and pain can make you feel confused. However, instead of dwelling in disappointment, there is a stronger and more positive approach: Stoic thinking. So, what should we do when love is no longer present? Let's explore the deep and practical principles that can help you find peace, strength, and maturity from these challenges. Hello everyone, welcome to the Stoic Love Wisdom channel, where classical philosophy meets modern love stories and relationships. Have you ever wondered how to stay emotionally stable, find inner peace, and build strong relationships even when things get difficult? In this video, we will explore the question, what to do when you feel love is gone in a relationship. Let's dive into the valuable lessons from Stoic philosophy to help you understand love and grow as a person. Let's begin our journey to discover timeless wisdom to master love and life right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest insights. Now, let's get started. When love in a relationship begins to fade, loneliness can easily make us feel lost and confused. This is natural, but one of the most effective ways to face this situation is to apply Stoic thinking. Stoicism helps us not only find peace of mind but also create self-mastery, helping us overcome emotional temptations and face reality with reason. First, face the truth courageously. Stoic thinking begins with accepting the truth, even when it is uncomfortable. When you feel love fading in a relationship, the first step is to face your emotions without hiding or denying them. The feeling of no longer being in love is a reality, and instead of running from it, accept it as part of life. According to Stoic philosophy, nothing is permanent, including love. Instead of torturing yourself over these emotions, recognize that the relationship may have fulfilled its role in your life, and it is time for both individuals to move on their separate paths. Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "The only thing we can control is our response to events, not the events themselves." When you feel love has faded in a relationship, you may not be able to control the emotions of the other person, but you can control how you respond to it. Don't let emotions dictate actions. Stoicism teaches us that emotions are things we cannot control directly, but we can learn to respond to them rationally. In situations where love feels absent, don't let emotions like sadness, anger, or disappointment dictate your actions. Instead, ask yourself, what is the most right thing to do in this situation? When facing changes in a relationship, evaluating the situation from a rational perspective helps you not only act reasonably but also protect yourself from making rash decisions. Emotions can make you lose control, but if you maintain calmness, you'll have the ability to make wise decisions, such as deciding whether to end the relationship or try to mend it, depending on the circumstances. Find meaning in suffering. Every breakup, every relationship where love is no longer present, is an opportunity for personal growth. According to Stoic philosophy, suffering is an inevitable part of life, but instead of letting it overwhelm you, we can find meaning in those painful moments. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once wrote in his Meditations, "We cannot change the events, but we can change how we respond to them." So, when love is no longer there, try to view it as a valuable lesson. Perhaps you will learn how to understand yourself more deeply, discover your true needs and desires. You might find an opportunity to develop communication skills, improve your listening abilities, and learn how to face the fears within. Every crisis, according to Stoicism, is a step forward on the path to becoming a stronger person. Focus on what you can control. A relationship is not the only thing in life that you can control. When love is gone, instead of just tormenting yourself over the past relationship, shift your focus to things you can change or improve. According to Stoic thinking, we cannot control the actions of others, but we can control what we do with ourselves. Focus on your mental and physical health. Take care of yourself by exercising, eating healthily, getting enough sleep, and especially investing in your career, personal hobbies, or friendships. By doing this, you not only create a solid foundation for yourself but also show yourself that you can rise and grow even without love in the relationship. Know when to let go. One of the important lessons of Stoic thinking is the ability to recognize when it is time to let go. If you feel that the love in the relationship is gone, it is important to recognize the moment when continuing will only prolong the suffering. In love, not every situation requires us to keep trying to maintain it, especially when both people no longer feel happy in the relationship. According to Stoic philosophy, a meaningful life is one that is not dominated by emotions but by rational decisions. If you have tried your best to reconcile without seeing results, or if love has truly faded, don't hesitate to end the relationship. The key is to keep your freedom and peace of mind, rather than being stuck in a relationship that no longer brings joy and growth. Taking care of the heart and soul. When love in a relationship is no longer present, don't forget to take care of your heart and soul. Stoicism teaches us that inner peace is the most important thing. Create space for healing and recharging. This doesn't mean you have to avoid sadness or disappointment, but rather learn how to face those emotions calmly and rationally. You can turn to meditation, journaling, or spend time in activities that help you reconnect with yourself, such as reading, walking, or even engaging in creative endeavors. More importantly, learn to love yourself, not because of what you have in a relationship, but because of who you are. You have value even when no one loves you in the way you wish. Transforming loss into motivation for personal growth. Love can be an important part of life, but when it fades or is no longer present, it doesn't mean your life ends. In fact, this loss can be an opportunity for you to rediscover yourself and grow stronger. Stoic thinking encourages you to see loss as a chance to be reborn and to become a better version of yourself. When a relationship ends, you may feel empty, but instead of drowning in that sorrow, use the time to rediscover your passions and personal goals. This can be an opportunity to revisit forgotten hobbies, learn something new, or even pursue goals you never thought about before. How you choose to face loss will shape your development path. Stoicism doesn't encourage avoiding suffering, but rather encourages you to view it as a natural part of life and use it as motivation to improve yourself. This doesn't mean you should ignore your feelings, but when you realize that every challenge carries an opportunity, you will find the strength to continue and grow. A broader perspective on relationships. Relationships are a part of life, but they are not everything. Stoic thinking calls on us to view life holistically, not just focusing on one aspect. When love in a relationship is gone, ask yourself about other aspects of life that can bring joy and meaning. The advice from Stoic philosopher Seneca is, prosperity is not having possessions, but the ability to create joy from the simple things in life. This means that when a relationship no longer brings happiness, you can still find joy in other relationships like family, friends, work, or personal hobbies. Sometimes, we focus so much on seeking perfection in love that we forget other aspects of life can bring fulfillment. Try broadening your perspective and focus on building meaningful relationships in other areas. This not only helps you feel loved and valued, but it also creates a powerful source of motivation to get through tough times. Accepting change and growing through each relationship. Every relationship, whether long or short, leaves its mark on our lives. Stoicism teaches that change is inevitable, and accepting change is essential for personal growth. Instead of holding on to a relationship when love is no longer present, see it as a valuable lesson and a step forward in your journey of self-development. When you end a relationship, you can learn a lot about yourself. You will realize your needs, expectations, and values in love. From there, you will know what is most important to you in future relationships. Stoicism not only helps you view events rationally but also helps you learn and grow from every experience. Every time a relationship ends, you have the opportunity to refresh yourself and redefine what you want for the future. The relationship may no longer have love, but the lessons and growth from it can guide you toward a new path, where you will find new joys and happiness. Finding freedom in independence. In a relationship, especially when love fades, you may feel like you've lost your freedom. Stoic thinking encourages you to find freedom within yourself, not from external things. This means that when love is gone, you don't have to feel restricted or dependent on that relationship. Freedom in love doesn't mean you don't need to love anyone, but rather loving without being controlled by unrealistic emotions or desires. When you learn to love and care for yourself, you'll realize that happiness doesn't just come from having a relationship, but also from the freedom and peace within your soul. One of the important lessons in Stoicism is self-control, the ability to master yourself and not let emotions or external factors dictate your life. When you understand that you can be happy even without love in a relationship, you will no longer be dependent on anyone or anything. You'll realize that freedom and independence in life are the keys to inner peace. Learning to love again. When love in a relationship is no longer present, it is also the time to learn how to love again, not only loving others but loving yourself. Stoic thinking teaches that loving yourself is not selfish or conceited, but rather understanding and respecting yourself. When you know how to love yourself, you won't be easily hurt by the absence of love from others. Learning to love again isn't just about accepting yourself, but also about learning to nurture and develop the good aspects within you. Stoicism encourages us to always find ways to improve ourselves, because only when we know how to love and care for ourselves can we love others in a sincere and profound way. Understanding and accepting the nature of love's end. One of the key aspects of Stoic thinking is the ability to face and accept reality without avoidance. When love in a relationship fades, accepting its end is an important step. In reality, everything in life changes, and each phase has its end. Love is no different. It may come to an end due to a mismatch or the natural changes in each person's life. Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It is not the events that happen that decide your life, but how you respond to them." Accepting the end of love doesn't mean you have to give up hope or be overwhelmed by feelings of failure. Rather, it's an acknowledgement that nothing in life is permanent, and letting go is part of growth. We can learn from this ending rather than feeling regretful or hurt. What has passed will always remain in our memories as valuable lessons, and these lessons will help you grow stronger in the future. The pain is inevitable, but as philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, death is not something to fear. What is to be feared is not living rightly. Finding personal value after a broken relationship. In many relationships, we sometimes allow love to become a determining factor of our self-worth. When a relationship ends, you may feel like you've lost an important part of your life. However, Stoic philosophy encourages you to remember that your value is not dependent on a relationship or another person. Each individual has their own intrinsic value, and it's important to recognize this. Don't let the end of a relationship diminish your self-worth. View yourself objectively and understand that you are an independent person with unique abilities, talents, and qualities. When you realize your own value, you will no longer feel incomplete or hurt when love is no longer there. Therefore, instead of seeking validation from others, build a strong foundation based on your personal values. This will help you maintain confidence and peace, regardless of the changing circumstances around you. Learning to forgive and let go. Stoic philosophy not only encourages us to face reality but also promotes forgiveness, not for others, but for ourselves. In many relationships, especially when love fades, there may be misunderstandings, hurt, or regrets. However, holding on to these negative emotions will only weigh you down and rob you of peace. Stoicism teaches that forgiveness and letting go are not about allowing others to hurt you, but about freeing yourself from emotional burdens. It's a way to continue living with a light heart, unchained from things that cannot be changed. Let go of negative emotions, and when you do, you will feel liberated and ready for new opportunities. Living with awareness and mindfulness. One of the key lessons of Stoic philosophy is living with awareness and mindfulness. When love fades, it's easy to get lost in regret over the past or anxiety about the future. However, to maintain inner peace, we need to focus on the present moment, on what is happening right now. Mindfulness helps you become aware of your emotions without letting them control you. When you live mindfully, you can identify negative emotions as they arise and handle them rationally, rather than letting them overwhelm you. This helps you maintain emotional balance, and not lose control during difficult times. Try applying some simple mindfulness techniques, such as spending a few minutes each day sitting still, breathing deeply, and focusing on the sensations of your body and mind. Over time, you will feel more peace and clarity in every decision, including those related to relationships. Building an independent and fulfilling life. Stoic philosophy encourages you to build a life that is not dependent on anyone or anything, especially in relationships where we can easily get caught up in seeking validation from others. When love fades, see it as an opportunity to build a fulfilling life without relying on others. Independence in life allows you to find joy and satisfaction from within, rather than seeking approval from outside. This does not mean giving up on relationships or love, but learning to live fully with yourself, not dependent on external factors. Stoic thinking helps you develop the ability to stand on your own, enabling you to face any challenge in life without being overly affected. Practicing self-reflection. One of the important principles of Stoicism is the ability to engage in self-reflection and self-examination. After a relationship ends and love fades, it's crucial to take time to reflect on yourself, your actions, and how you dealt with challenges in the relationship. This not only helps you learn lessons but also enables you to grow from painful experiences. Self-reflection is not about self-blame or pointing fingers, but about understanding the factors that contributed to the changes in the relationship. It's also an opportunity to identify your behavioral patterns, beliefs, and expectations that may have been unrealistic in love, and the areas where you need to improve to create a healthier relationship in the future. Stoic philosophy encourages you to view yourself honestly and objectively. Marcus Aurelius, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, frequently practiced self-reflection in his writings. He did not only focus on his triumphs but also examined his mistakes and ways to improve. This is a valuable lesson. Only by examining and learning from yourself can you truly grow. Accepting change and maintaining flexibility. When love in a relationship fades, one of the most important things you need to do is accept change. No one can escape change in life, and relationships are no exception. This relationship may have brought joy, but now change is inevitable. Stoic philosophy helps you not only accept change but also maintain flexibility in how you deal with it. By accepting change, you won't get stuck in the past or in feelings of regret. Stoicism encourages us not to let change threaten our peace of mind, but instead, to learn how to adapt and find a new path. This applies not only in romantic relationships but in all aspects of life. To maintain flexibility, you need to broaden your perspective and look at things from a different angle. If one chapter of your life closes, a new chapter will open, and you must be ready to embrace the new opportunities life offers. Don't let loneliness take over. One of the most uncomfortable feelings after love fades is loneliness. However, one of the strengths of Stoic philosophy is the ability to turn every challenge, including loneliness, into an opportunity for self-development. In love, we often depend on the presence of others to feel complete, but when a relationship ends, we may feel empty. However, Stoicism teaches us that loneliness is not a negative thing but an opportunity to reflect, to build independence, and to feel freedom. This is the time when you can take care of yourself, engage in things you enjoy, and develop new skills. Learning to enjoy your own company will help you no longer fear or despair in the face of loneliness. Loneliness is not permanent, and it can become a space for you to rediscover yourself, unleash creativity, and develop self-sufficiency. The important thing is not to let loneliness become the reason for falling into unhealthy relationships just out of fear of being alone. Building a positive future plan. When you feel that love is no longer present in a relationship, that is the ideal time to start building a plan for the future. Stoic thinking not only helps you accept the present but also encourages you to look ahead with a positive mindset. This does not mean you have to forget what has passed, but rather use what you've learned from the past to create a better future. Creating a future plan helps you focus on specific goals and take action toward a better life. This not only helps you break free from the feeling of being stuck but also helps you rebuild trust in life and in new opportunities. Whether it's career, relationships, or personal goals, you need to create a clear direction and dare to pursue your dreams. Focusing on the future will help you ease the pain of the present and move forward. Only when you have a clear vision can you truly overcome the difficulties of the current moment. Building a supportive community. One of the most effective ways to overcome the feeling of love being gone is by building a supportive community around you. Stoic thinking does not encourage absolute isolation. On the contrary, Stoicism understands that human beings need social connections to thrive. However, this does not mean you need to rely on others to feel better. Instead, you should build a community of people who understand and respect you. A relationship is not only about love but also support, sharing, and listening. You can seek support from family, friends, or people with similar perspectives and interests. This relationship will help you feel less lonely and give you the strength to overcome challenges. In this community, you can share your emotions, receive advice, and encouragement. Moreover, Helping and supporting others is also a great way for you to feel your own worth and continue to grow. Finding inner peace. When love is no longer present in a relationship, the pain can become intense and difficult to control. However, Stoicism emphasizes that inner peace is the most important thing during these moments. Stoic philosophy is not about avoiding pain but learning how to not let negative emotions overwhelm you. Instead of being swept away by sorrow, train yourself to find peace within your soul, regardless of the external circumstances. One effective way to maintain peace is through meditation and mindfulness practices. When you take time to be still, you learn to listen to yourself, regulate your emotions, and calm your mind. This peace does not come from avoiding pain, but from accepting that suffering is an inseparable part of life. And when you accept it, you will find it easier to let go and experience lightness. The more you practice Stoicism, the more you realize that the ability to control your emotions, rather than letting them dominate, will give you strength and freedom. This is a freedom not from avoiding sadness, but from the ability to face and overcome it calmly. Focus on nurturing good habits. One of the most effective ways to overcome suffering in love is to establish good, positive habits. Love may no longer make you feel needy, but healthy habits will help you improve your quality of life. Habits not only provide stability in life but also create an environment conducive to growth, learning, and feeling more confident about yourself. Stoicism teaches that you cannot control everything, but you can control your actions every day. This means that creating a balanced routine, exercising regularly, eating healthily, and spending time on activities you enjoy will help you maintain control over your life and mood. These habits will not only help you maintain physical health but also bring mental peace. In addition, creating a self-care routine will help you feel love and appreciation for yourself, even in difficult times. When you love and care for yourself, you will no longer feel a lack of love from others, because you have already found love within yourself. Practice gratitude and positive thinking. One of Stoicism's powerful strategies is practicing gratitude every day. When you feel that love is gone, it's easy to slip into negativity and focus on what you've lost. However, practicing gratitude will help you change the way you view life and what you have. Instead of focusing on what you've lost, focus on what you still have and what you can learn from the past relationship. You can be grateful for the valuable lessons, the joyful moments you shared, and the personal growth you achieved from it. Gratitude helps you adopt a more optimistic view of life, reducing feelings of regret and sorrow. Stoicism teaches that nothing in life is permanent, and everything happens for a reason. What matters is that you accept everything with gratitude, because it is the changes that help you grow and mature. View each failure as an opportunity to learn and each ending as a new beginning. Build a mindset of self-mastery and independence. One of Stoicism's fundamental principles is the ability to master and be independent. When facing the end of love in a relationship, it's crucial not to let your emotions depend on others. Stoicism encourages us to develop emotional, mental, and action independence. When you develop a mindset of self-mastery, you no longer feel the need for others to make you happy or feel complete. You learn to create joy for yourself from the little things in life, making yourself happier and stronger each day. This is a long process and requires patience. However, once you achieve this independence, you will feel freer and no longer fear the absence of love in a relationship. You will realize that you can live a meaningful and happy life without depending on anyone. Accept the imperfection of everything. Finally, Stoicism teaches that nothing in life is perfect, and every relationship has its ups and downs. Love is no different, it is not something fixed or easy to maintain forever. Sometimes, love fades for many reasons, and this is part of life's imperfection. Accepting this imperfection will help you not feel disappointed or angry when love is no longer present in your relationship. Accepting that nothing is permanent will help you deal with change more easily and live fully in the present. When you no longer demand perfection, you will learn to love what you have and be grateful for your experiences, whether good or bad. Life is an ongoing sequence of changes, and you can only find peace by accepting and confronting it with patience and wisdom. Imperfection is what makes life beautiful and valuable, and when you learn to appreciate it, you will never feel a lack of it. Conclusion. When love is no longer present in a relationship, we face a significant challenge in life. However, with Stoic thinking, we do not have to fall or be swept away by negative emotions. Stoicism teaches that instead of seeking perfection in love or waiting for something unsustainable, we need to accept change and grow from difficulties. Stoicism helps us understand that pain is an inseparable part of life. It is not something to avoid, but an opportunity to develop patience, self-control, and the ability to face challenges. When love is no longer there, instead of drowning in sorrow, we can learn to find peace within ourselves, accept imperfection, and continue to grow. Finally, Stoic thinking encourages us to build emotional independence, appreciate what we have, and not let life be dominated by a lack of affection. We can find happiness in the small things, in positive habits, and in meaningful relationships. In this way, we can not only overcome the end of a relationship but also grow and become stronger in life. If you find this video interesting and helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share it to help everyone grow together. Also, feel free to leave your comment below so we can have more discussions. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next videos. Wishing you success and happiness on your journey.